Arguably, the most disliked person in the entire Bible is none other than Judas Iscariot. But was he as inherently evil as we've always thought? Let's talk about it. So, if you ask anybody, most Christians, who was the closest person to Jesus, they would reply almost instantly, well, it was John. It was the disciple John, because he was known as the beloved disciple. But I submit to you, it was actually Judas Iscariot in the Bible, and here's why. Because the Bible records that in John's Gospel, chapter 12, verse 6, it says that Judas, held the bag, and he used to steal what was put in it. Nobody is closer to the CEO than the person who controls the money. That's just how it is. Also, any well-run organization has to have what's called an audit. There's going to be an accounting for what's coming in and what's going out. Got a little bit of a problem, though, because Judas has been stealing what was put in the bag. He knows there's an audit coming. They're short. I'm going to guess they were short about 30 pieces of silver. It's just my guess. So then Judas comes up with a plan, right? And so he says, hey, wait a minute, I need money. The religious leaders have money. They want Jesus. I have Jesus. But then in Judas' mind, the story is even more in his favor because they want to kill Jesus. But Judas realizes Jesus can't die. And he has seen on several occasions where they have tried to stone him or throw him over the side of a cliff. And the Bible says Jesus just passed right on through the midst of them. So Judas is thinking, hey, I can't miss on this one. So he devises the plan. He sets up the scene in the Garden of Gethsemane. He betrays Jesus with a kiss to let the soldiers know, hey, this is the one. And then Judas backs out of the way. Jesus asks the soldiers, whom seeking? They reply, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus turns and looks at them and says, I am he. Now, in the original Greek, he actually says, I am. The same I am he said to Moses in the burning bush. The Bible says they drew back and fell to the ground. Judas is watching this whole thing play out, and he's thinking, yeah, see, just what I thought. You can't kill him. You can't kill him. That's Jesus. Yeah, go ahead, Jesus. The plan was working, or at least he thought. They dust themselves off. They stand back up. Jesus asks them again, whom seek ye? They reply, although a little bit more timid this time, Jesus of Nazareth. And then Judas has to watch in horror and terror as Jesus, this person that he looked up to for all these years, does like this. And they take him away into custody. That wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't part of the plan. That wasn't supposed to happen that way. Judas actually represents the Christian who tries to fix their own problems rather than running to the Lord and say, Lord, and just confess their sin and say, look, this is what I've been dealing with. This is what I've been struggling with. Please help me, because Jesus certainly would have. Anyway, something to think about, something to consider. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.